I was a single dad doing my best. 2 jobs, sleepless nights, a child who depended on me for everything. She said she loved me, but one day she packed her bags and said, "I didn't sign up for this life." Just like that, she was gone. Weeks passed. Bills piled up. Hope felt heavy. Then one evening, there was a knock at my door. I opened it and froze. It was her mother, tears in her eyes, hands shaking. She said, "I need to tell you the truth." Something my daughter never could. She stepped inside and whispered, "She didn't leave because of you. She left because of what you don't know." My heart stopped. She looked at my son, then back at me. "You saved my life years ago. That night you helped a stranger on the road. That was me." I couldn't speak. She continued, "My family is wealthy, powerful, and my daughter was told to leave before she fell in love with a man who didn't need money. Only character." Then she handed me a folder. Inside was a deed, a trust fund, and a letter. "For your son's future," she said, "because real men like you are rare." That night, I didn't just regain hope, I realized something bigger. Sometimes rejection isn't loss, it's protection. And the people who walk away make room for miracles to walk in. I invited her inside, though my hands were still shaking. She sat on the edge of the couch like she didn't belong there, like the weight of what she carried was heavier than her body. "I begged her not to leave you," she said quietly. "But my daughter has always been afraid of men who don't need saving." I clenched my jaw. "She told me you were struggling," the woman continued, "that you were tired, worn down, barely holding it together." I laughed bitterly. Was she wrong? Her eyes softened. "No," she said, "but she was wrong about why." She reached into her bag and pulled out an old photograph. A younger version of me stared back. Blood on my shirt, rain on the road, a wrecked car behind me. My breath caught. "That night," she whispered, "you stopped when everyone else drove past." I remembered it now. A woman trapped in a crushed car. No signal, no lights, just fear. "I never got your name," she said, tears rolling down her cheeks. "But I never forgot your face." The room felt smaller. "My daughter grew up in a world where love was bought," she continued. "She didn't know what to do with a man who gave everything and asked for nothing." She stood up slowly. "I came tonight because the truth can't stay buried forever." She looked at my son sleeping on the couch, then back at me. "What you did that night didn't just save my life," she said. "It shaped your future." And that's when she placed the folder on the table. I stared at the folder like it might explode. My fingers hesitated, because some truths change you forever. "Open it," she said softly. Inside were documents, names I didn't recognize, numbers I didn't understand, and a letter folded neatly on top. I read the first line, and my knees went weak. "This trust was created the night you saved my life." I looked up at her. "My family owns half the city you're standing in," she said calmly. "But wealth didn't save me that night, you did." She leaned forward. "My daughter was raised to believe love comes with conditions. When she realized you loved her son, your son, without needing anything in return, she panicked." I swallowed hard. "She left because she was afraid," her mother continued. "Afraid that choosing you would mean choosing a life she didn't control." I glanced at the numbers again. The trust wasn't for me. It was for my son. Education, housing, healthcare, a future I could never have given him alone. "I didn't come to buy your forgiveness," she said. "I came to repay a debt that can never truly be repaid." I felt my chest tighten. "And my daughter?" I asked quietly. She stood, walking toward the door. "She has money," she said, but she may never understand wealth. At the doorway, she turned back one last time. Raise your son the way you already are, she said. The world needs men like you. Then she left. And for the first time since she walked out of my life, I didn't feel abandoned. I felt chosen. The door closed behind her, but something inside me opened. For weeks I had blamed myself, thought I wasn't enough, thought being a single dad made me disposable. I was wrong. I looked at my son sleeping peacefully, his small chest rising and falling, unaware that his future had just shifted. That folder on the table wasn't just paper. It was proof. Proof that character travels farther than money, that kindness echoes longer than rejection, that the good you do in silence always comes back louder. My phone buzzed. A message from my ex. I heard my mother went to see you. I didn't reply. Some chapters don't deserve an answer. That night I didn't feel rich. I felt clear. Clear that love doesn't leave, you just stop chasing the wrong people. Clear that being a good father was never my weakness. It was my power. And if you're watching this feeling abandoned, overlooked, or broken, remember this. Sometimes people walk away to make room. Sometimes life breaks you to reveal you. And sometimes the door that closes is protecting you from the life you were never meant to live. Stay kind. Stay strong. Stay real. Because the world still rewards men like you. Backhand index pointing right. Subscribe for more life-changing stories.